Good morning, sunshine. I am Franny of Shine with Franny. I am so glad that you're here. Today's post comes from an inspiration from a very dear friend of mine, Cameo Gore. I encourage you to check her out on Facebook at Cameo Gore. She's an amazing person and an awesome relationship coach. I work with her personally, so I can definitely give credit where credit is due. But I'm inspired by her because last week she posted on one of her Facebook videos about how she is trying to rid her language and rid her vocabulary of one word in particular. And during my prayer time and my reflection time, I really started thinking about, the power of words. And we know, of course, that in the Bible that it says, life and death is in the power of the tongue. That we can speak words of life or we can speak words of demise and death. And so we know that, of course, and we know that what we speak is what we think. And so they're all connected. And so it really just had me very mindful about, the impeccability of my words. And I really just started thinking about how the one word in particular that I oftentimes use is, oh, I will. I will do this, or I will do this in the future, or when I get to my goal, I will, and then fill in the blank. And so I think so much about, as a former English teacher, that little helping verb, that future tense helping verb will, that there's power in that, of course, that you're setting out to do something, but I really wanted to manifest the presence and the state of being at this very moment. And rather than saying I will, I want to focus on the positivity and the progress that I'm making at this very moment. So rather than saying, when I get to my goal, I will, I want to say I am doing X, Y, and Z to get to my goal. For example, for me, I'm working on a fitness goal for this year. I've got a big birthday celebration coming up. And so I really want to focus on I am eating the right foods to nourish my body and feed the machine properly. I don't want to say I will start eating fruits and vegetables more often because I know I have changed a little bit. It's certainly not where I need to be, but it's certainly not where I was. And so I think that that's really powerful is that I focus on what I'm doing at this very moment. And that's very powerful to me. And then it really manifested itself today in me as I taught my class this morning, my 5:45 class. I love them, so a huge shout out to them. They're such powerhouses to get up and come to the gym 2 days a week at that early hour. So this morning we did some push-ups. We did some basic push-ups horizontally. And then I challenged them towards the end of that set and I said, you know what, let's climb up the wall so that our feet are above us and our hands and our head are downward. And we're going to try a push-up, even just if we can hold that stance, working against gravity and all the blood rushing and flowing in the opposite directions. How powerful is that? And not a single person said, I can't do that. Every single person tried it. And I was so impressed by that, and I really started thinking, of course, about the word can't and then won't. Because of course those can and will not is won't. And I started thinking about that again as a nerdy English teacher, thinking about those little helping verbs and how we oftentimes say, oh, I can't do that. But really it's not that we can't, it's that we won't. And I am so impressed that each and every one of them tried it. And I really just wanted to think about that. And I want you to think about a word that you're using in your language on a daily basis. And it can be a very simple word that really manifests itself into what you are putting out into the universe. So whether it be can't or won't or will or can, I'm encouraging you to really just be mindful and thoughtful of those even simple words, so that you can go forward and really step into yourself and your accomplishments and your being and your presence and your fullness as you step out and step forth. So my challenge to you today, inspired by Cameo Gore, is to go ahead, think about a word that you use oftentimes in your language, in your daily language, that is manifesting something in your life. And I really want you to go ahead and switch gears, and really focus on the positive of how you can take that word and simply switch gears and change it. And guess what? I have every ounce of confidence that things are going to change in your life too. So thank you guys so much for listening. Go ahead and check us out. shinewithfranny@gmail.com is my email. shinewithfranny.com website. And of course, all forms of social media. Check us out. Shine with Franny. Guys, thanks so much for listening. I hope you have a great day. I know that you're going to create a super one. Ciao.